According to media accounts, your strongest legacy in government was the fight against corruption. Can you speak to some of your achievements?
Oh, corruption. One of the oldest profession in the world, there is another also such old, but we are talking about corruption, and at this moment I am not a dreamer who's naive, who think that we are able to cancel corruption at all. No, teeth are around us, and the major problem is to have a control, sanction system, and precedence that this is not success if you are able to corrupt somebody, but failure. Hannah Arendt has written, I think, the best analysis of this phenomena, mentioned that corruption is another side of the same coin of democracy, because in democracy, private sector is really covered and under the control and is safety under the legislation. Your privacy is covered by legislation. You have your private ownership covered by regulations, but public sphere has no secure legislation at all. And if there are elections, so those who are in power at the public sphere are all the time attacked by those who are out of power, mainly from private sector, private sphere, and usually through corruption mechanism. So the only way is, first of all, to prepare regulation and to try to cover and prepare safety net, also for those who are in public sector and who are governors. We have started with the systematic changes. We call it system of open governing and transparent governance. First, we have changed several legislations with major aim. Public has a chance to control what government is doing, but also private sector what they are doing. So each competition, each new treaty agreement is published on the web. And if somebody disagreed or said, oh, come on, this firm is now okay, they were corrupted in the past, you have a right to cancel the new agreement and reopen competition. So it's under the real control, and you will be surprised how many finances we have in the state budget because we stop agreements which were under the corruption. It was more than 20% of each project. In some projects, half of the sum. For example, building highways, half price under the new system of open governing and new rules for competition. That's why Slovakia was invited to this activity of Brazil President and Mr. Obama, open governance. We were the first in first 30 countries inside because of really good results, how we change all the system. Second step is recover the trust towards justice. So once more, electronic system of organizing the courts, selection of judges, controlling all their steps, duration of whole processes, etc., etc. So inside control of independent court and outside control of public. And all these together with new laws on our Office of Public Services and Public Competition, and it also works. So yes, we have first results, and in once more the hierarchy on the corruption measurement of Transparency International 2 years ago. We did once more the jump of, I think, if I remember it correctly, 15 places to better valuation. So there is a chance, only we have to start to do something. There is support, but corruption is not Slovakia's problem, but EU problem. Sorry to mention it, one of the last problem I have solved, I remember it, was the firm Skanska from Sweden, not Slovak firm, or in further I remember Siemens with the problems, many pharmaceutic industry, majority of them. We had to change the law because of them, how they have done their lobbying on medicine and pricings of medicine. So, sorry, it's not the only problem of Slovak Republic. If it's such, I think we are able to solve it much quicker. But opening of the space of free movement of services and capital is also opening the space of the corruption for abroad and from the firms abroad, and it's more complicated to solve it. So we can solve it only together with common regulations, common precedents. Look, when we had problems with corruption, it was through Japanese firm to Cyprus firm, all around the world. We needed cooperation with institutions in these countries, and quick cooperation, and together with the bank sector in these countries. Believe me, sometimes it's more complicated than to solve it at home. So here we have a space how to continue our common effort, not to cancel it. I repeat, it's impossible. But to show the precedents that this is not the way how to behave.
As the founder for the Center of Analysis for Social Policy in 1991, which was one of the first NGOs in Slovakia, how would you assess the current state of civil society today? And what areas do you think may lack representation?
Three pillars of society: state, market, and civic society. Yes, there are countries in transition where, based mainly on libertarian performance, that civic society is something we really do not need, it's only complication, or if only some added value or added service to or state or market performance. I think that civic society should be the equal partner and equal pillar of our societies if we are talking about the shift from industrial societies to informative societies and societies based on informations, if you wish, the shift from Ford societies to Bill Gates societies. And if we want to do this shift, we need to shift from state paternalism to acting societies. And acting societies meant really a strong position of civic society, because mainly NGOs, but also trades and also self-help groups, etc., are those who are able to offer much quality services and help than state or market. And more, the ethos of solidarity. Very important for all of us, not only on the basis of locality and community, but also on the basis of understanding our real interests and means, and solidarity from bottom. It's the solidarity mainly in civic society. So, what I would like to see is to have better financing of this part of the society, to understand them as equal partner, not only through sponsorship, because then the NGOs are fighting for financial sources, and it's not good. they have to cooperate. They have to fight and compete with state and market, not among themselves. They have to be helpful among themselves. And it's really not enough to put the chance to percentage of taxation to give to this sector. I think they should be a real part of state and public finances to compete with market and state to offer this kind of services. This is weak part of our situation in Slovakia, and not only in Slovakia.